Hey guys, welcome back to another one. So in this video, we'll be doing a complete walkthrough for the Paper 1 Maths Arithmetic test. And this is from the Key Stage 2 SATS. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go straight in. Now, be warned, yeah, and like always, this test is only 30 minutes. So when I'm doing this, I'll be going through everything step by step. But when you actually do it, you're going to be doing it a lot faster than I am. And for every question, as I'm going through it, if you already know how to do it, try and do it before I do it. Okay? So, let's jump straight in then, yeah? Okay, number one. So, something equals 6,000 plus 90. So, when you're adding, we always lay it out like this. So, put down the numbers in order. So, starting from the thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. Put the 90 below it in the correct positions. Put a plus sign and then add downwards. So, when we add, always start from the far right column. So it'll be 0 plus 0 is nothing. Nothing plus 9 is 9. 0 plus nothing is 0. And then 6 plus nothing is 6. And that's your answer, guys. 6,090. So that's how I'm going to be doing it. If you guys already know the answers, just go straight ahead and just try and skip the video to see what the answers are. Okay, number 2. 8,275 plus 82. So same steps, guys. Put the numbers in the correct position. So 8,275. And then 82 goes in the tens and the units. And then put a plus here. And now add downwards. So we're going to have 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 8 is going to be 15. And then you're going to carry the 1. So 1 and 5. And then you're going to have 1 plus 2 is 3. And 8 plus nothing is 8. And that's the answer, guys. 8,357. Okay, number 3. So it's telling us now to partition. So this is an example of splitting the numbers. So they said 826 can be written as 820. So hear that word, 6. Done. Number 4. Something plus 5 gives you 341. Well, you just have to do the reverse. So if you're going to add a number to 5, if you're going to work out what the original number was, you would have to subtract 5 from the answer. So we're going to do 341 minus 5. Again, if you guys know the answer, mentally do it. For everybody else, it's best to do it like that. So for this kind of situation, when you subtract, you can only subtract properly if the number on the top is bigger than the number underneath. So 1 take away 5 you can't do, so you need to borrow from the neighbor. So you borrow 1 from the 4, it becomes a 3. Pass the 1 here and it becomes an 11. So now we have 11 take away 5 is 6. 3 take away nothing is 3, and then 3 take away nothing is 3. And that's it, 336. Now, number 5. 9 times 41. Alright, so once again, using the simple method, so we're going to write 41 times 9. Now, to do this one, do it step by step. So we just have to do 9 times 1, which is 9. And then 9 times 4, which is 36. Yep, and that's it, 369. Okay, 6. So we got 5.87 plus 3.123. Alright, so with these kind of questions, when you got a decimal point, the aim is to line up the decimal point first. So let's go ahead and put the decimal points here, yeah? So on the first number, we got 5.87. And the second one, we got 3.123. Now notice how you got a little gap at the top. Every time you got gaps, just fill up with a 0. And then you just do the same as you would. And plussing, again, start from the right side and add across. So we're going to do 0 plus 3 is 3. 7 plus 2 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. Point. Oh yeah, when you add them up, you just put point. 5 plus 3 is 8. And that's it. 8.993. So they want us to work out 180 divided by 3. Okay, there's a nice, beautiful trick which you guys can learn right now. The trick is that every time you go 0, just ignore it for a second, yeah? So we're going to be looking at this number as if it was 18 into 3. Now to do division, the idea is to work out how many times a 3 fits into 18. So if you know your 3 times table, you'll get it. So just counting the 3s, we're going to have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And you realize that to get 18, you need to count 3s 6 times. So in other words, 18 divided by 3 is 6. And because you got 0, 60. And that's your answer. And then likewise for the next one, 120 divided by 12. Just cover up the 0. 12 divided by 12 is 1. And then stick the 0 in, 10. So it'll be 10. This only works if you got zeros at the end, yeah? Otherwise, you're going to see how we do the regular division method. Okay, number 9. Anything times 0 is 0. Done. So for this question, we're going to now use the short division or bus stop method. So the way this works, you always take this term over here, the divide by 7, outside the bus stop and put 91 inside. Okay? And the trick is you ask yourself, how many times does 7 fit into 9? Well, if you count in sevens, well, it can only go in once. And you'll realize that you're going to have a difference of 2, the remainder of 2. So you carry it there. And then we ask ourselves, how many times does 7 fit into 21? Well, doing our 7 times table, we know it's 3 because it's 7, 14, then 21. So clearly it fits 3 times. That means the answer is going to be 13. Done. Okay, number 11. So something equals 87 minus 65. This is easy. So this is, again, the column method. So 87 and 65. Put a subtraction sign and then subtract. So now we've got 7 minus 5. If you subtract it, you should get 2 left over. 8 take away 6 is also 2. So this is 22. Okay, very easy. Now next one, 602 minus something gives us 594. So to work this out, just like the previous example we saw, to work out the number between, we need to subtract these two values from each other. So it'll be 602, the bigger number, minus the smaller number. And now minusing this is not that obvious, because the problem is you'll realize that you have small numbers on top. So let's just do it step by step. So starting from the right side, it says 2 take away 4 you can't do, so you need to borrow from his neighbor. But you can't borrow nothing from 0, so then you borrow from the next one, 6. So borrowing from 6, that reduces to 5, and you give the next number a 1, that becomes a 10. Borrowing from the 10, that becomes a 9, and give the 1 to 2. So this is now 12. So we got 12 take away 4 is going to give us 8. 9 take away 9 is nothing. 5 take away 5 is also nothing. So the final answer is literally just 8. So just like the previous ones, you're going to do another division with a 0. So as always, cover up the 0, and then we ask ourselves, what is 121 divided by 11? Now, if you know your 11 times table, you'll realize that 11 times 11 is 121. So that means 121 divides 11 by 11 times. And now, because we have a 0, we just put it back in. And that's your answer, 110. Now, number 14. So we've got 25.34 times 10. Okay, these questions are easy. When you get these kind of questions, you can't get it wrong. When you're multiplying by tens or hundreds, you literally just move the decimal place by the number zeros you see. So times it by 10, you got 1 0, so move this decimal place 1 time across. So then this will end up here. So it'll be 253.4. So the answer is 253.4. Easy. Okay, number 15. So now we need to work out 60 divided by 30 minus 24, all wrapped up in a bracket. Alright, for these kind of questions, every time you see a bracket, we need to straight away think about BIDMAS. Or you might call it BODMAS. So it doesn't matter really which one you call it. The point is, you got brackets involved, so we always do that first. Now, to work this out, 30 take away 24 is easy. That's just going to give us 6. So we're left with 60 divided by 6. And this is also easy. This is telling us how many times does 6 fit into 60. And if you know your 6 times tables, you'll realize that 6 times 10 will give us 60. And that's it. Okay, 16. 3 to the power 3. Now this little 3 at the top tells us how many times we multiply the number by itself. Because this is a 3, it will literally look like 3 times 3 times 3. And we just work this out step by step. So 3 times 3 is 9, and then this is going to be 9 times 3 left. 9 times 3 is 27. And that's your answer, guys. 3 to the power 3 or 3 cubed is 27. Question 17. 101 times 1,000. Now, if you remember previously the other question, we had a decimal place. When you have whole numbers and you're multiplying by stuff like 10, hundreds, thousands, we just stick the number zeros in front of the number. So 101 times 1,000, which has 3 zeros, would be the same number with 3 zeros. And that's it. Done. 18. Find 20% of 3,000. Okay, this is another simple one. The trick here, and this would probably be better for you guys, is to always work out what 10% of a number is, of anything. The reason why is because 10% literally is the same as dividing by 10. And no guys, 20% does not mean dividing by 20. This is just a special case for 10%. Now to find 10% of 3,000, if you can divide this number by 10, you just cross out a 0, so you'll be left with 300. And now to find 20%, you'll realize that 20% is double 10%. So if you double 300, you're going to get 600. And that's it. That's the question solved.